Team, welcome to Additional Sheet. In this video we will go through AJAX Top 50 Multiple Choice Questions and Answers. Let's start our video. What does AJAX stand for? Option A, Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Option B, Advanced JavaScript and XML. Option C, Automated JavaScript and XHTML. Option D, Asynchronous JavaScript and XHTML. The correct answer is option A, Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Which object is commonly used to create an XML HTTP request in AJAX? Option A, Document. Option B, Window. Option C, XML HTTP request. Option D, JSON. The correct answer is option C, XML HTTP request. What is the purpose of the XML HTTP request ready state property in AJAX? Option A, to store the response data. Option B, to track the status of the XML HTTP request. Option C, to set the request method. Option D, to handle errors in the request. The correct answer is option B, to track the status of the XML HTTP request. In AJAX, what does the term asynchronous mean? Option A, sequential execution of tasks. Option B, simultaneous execution of tasks. Option C, delayed execution of tasks. Option D, synchronous execution of tasks. The correct answer is option B, simultaneous execution of tasks. Which HTTP method is commonly used for sending data to the server in AJAX? Option A, GET. Option B, POST. Option C, PUT. Option D, DELETE. The correct answer is option B, POST. What is the purpose of the AJAX callback function? Option A, to handle user input. Option B, to create a new XML HTTP request. Option C, to process the server's response. Option D, to define the XML structure. The correct answer is option C, to process the server's response. What is the role of the AJAX on ready state change event? Option A, to handle errors in the request. Option B, to track the status of the XML HTTP request. Option C, to define the XML structure. Option D, to create a new XML HTTP request. The correct answer is option B, to track the status of the XML HTTP request. How can you handle cross-origin requests in AJAX? Option A, enable coarse cross-origin resource sharing. Option B, use only JSONP for cross-origin requests. Option C, use only JSONP for cross-origin requests. Option D, cross-origin requests are not supported in AJAX. The correct answer is option A, enable coarse cross-origin resource sharing. What is the role of the AJAX XML HTTP request response text property? Option A, to store the request method. Option B, to set the request headers. Option C, to store the response data as a string. Option D, to handle errors in the request. The correct answer is option C, to store the response data as a string. What is the purpose of the AJAX term serialization in the context of data transmission? Option A, to convert data into a format suitable for transmission. Option B, to compress data before sending. Option C, to encrypt data for secure transmission. Option D, to set the content type of the request. The correct answer is option A, to convert data into a format suitable for transmission. What is the primary purpose of using AJAX in web development? Option A, to enhance the security of web applications. Option B, to create interactive and dynamic user interfaces. Option C, to improve server-side processing. Option D, to replace traditional HTML forms. The correct answer is option B, to create interactive and dynamic user interfaces. How does AJAX handle data transmission between the client and server? Option A, synchronously. Option B, asynchronously. Option C, through WebSocket connections. Option D, only through HTTP GET requests. The correct answer is option B, asynchronously. Which JavaScript method is commonly used to initiate an AJAX request? Option A, send request. Option B, init AJAX. Option C, open connection. Option D, XML HTTP request. The correct answer is option D, XML HTTP request. What does the term same origin policy refer to in the context of AJAX? Option A, the policy of allowing only same origin requests. Option B, the policy of blocking cross-origin requests. Option C, the policy of allowing cross-origin requests without restrictions. Option D, the policy of limiting access to cookies between different origins. The correct answer is option B, the policy of blocking cross-origin requests. In AJAX, what is the role of the on-error event handler? Option A, to handle successful AJAX requests. Option B, to handle server-side errors. Option C, to handle client-side errors. Option D, to handle the progress of the AJAX request. The correct answer is option C, to handle client-side errors. What is the purpose of the AJAX term JSONP? Option A, to handle JSON requests with padding. Option B, to secure JSON data transmission. Option C, to prevent cross-origin requests. Option D, to compress JSON data. The correct answer is option A, to handle JSON requests with padding. How does AJAX handle the pre-flight request and cross-origin requests? Option A, by sending an options request before the actual request. Option B, by sending a GET request before the actual request. Option C, by using a JSONP callback function. Option D, by encrypting the request headers. The pre-flight request involves sending an options request to the server before the actual request to check if the cross-origin request is allowed. The correct answer is option A, by sending an options request before the actual request. What is the purpose of the AJAX term CORS cross-origin resource sharing? Option A, to block all cross-origin requests. Option B, to allow cross-origin requests with proper permissions. Option C, to compress cross-origin data. Option D, to handle client-side errors. The correct answer is option B, to allow cross-origin requests with proper permissions. How can you prevent AJAX requests from being cached by the browser? Option A, by setting the cache attribute to false. Option B, by adding a random parameter to the URL. Option C, by using the prevent cache method. Option D, by disabling the browser cache globally. The correct answer is option B, by adding a random parameter to the URL. In AJAX, what does the term serialization refer to in the context of form data? Option A, converting form data into a format suitable for transmission. Option B, encrypting form data for secure transmission. Option C, compressing form data before sending. Option D, verifying the integrity of form data. The correct answer is option A, converting form data into a format suitable for transmission. Thank you. Please visit Additional Sheet website.